What's going on, guys? We're in the 2010 535 today. I want to make an update video, but before that I want to give you some caveats. A little under the weather, so my voice has changed, a little snuffy, so sorry about that. But also I'm using my iPhone 8 front camera to record my videos. Once my channel gets up and going, I definitely plan on purchasing a GoPro Hero 6, but just right now we're focused on getting the cars kind of where I want them to go, etc., etc. But without further ado, I'm making this video to update on the downpipes. So now, as we speak, we have the MHD Stage 2 Plus tune installed with the VRSF catless downpipes. And let me go over some things that you may expect to be, huge differences, but aren't. For example, the sound. So the exhaust sound is more or less the same. The only way I'm able to tell the difference is if I stand outside the car behind the rear bumper on a cold start. I can tell the difference. But inside the car, there's no additional exhaust sound. It's completely negligible. So the car sounds stock. However, there is a big difference in the spool noise. So you definitely get a lot more of the turbo spool sound. That sounds amazing. Then that's the MMP dual cone intakes and the downpipes. So that was definitely a nice surprise. The biggest difference on these downpipes are the throttle response. So the turbo spool up so much faster. They're so much more responsive, and they just have a greater sense of urgency with any type of driving situation. So that's really, really nice to be able to have. Definitely picked up some horsepower, definitely picked up some torque, increased the boost with the MHD Stage 2 Plus. We're going to make another video here soon when my DCAN cable comes in and my OBG table comes in. We're going to do another video, and that's going to be with the E30 map. So the version 8 of MHD Stage 2 Plus comes with all of the octane ratings and the ability to run an E30 mix. So approximately 3.5 gallons of E85 to a full tank of 93, assuming a 15% E85 content in the 93 octane. That'll definitely give us some more power, but more on the downpipes. So I'm gonna definitely leave some pictures of the video for you guys. Just go, just kind of take a visual inspection. It doesn't take an engineer to realize how restrictive those factory cats are and how restrictive the factory downpipes are. So I'll definitely leave some pictures with that. But overall, I am thoroughly impressed with the VRSF kit. I would do it again in a heartbeat. This is probably the next biggest thing you could do power-wise, other than the initial tune. So the initial tune on the N54, I mean, makes a complete night and day difference. The downpipes plus the next tune is another huge thing. So definitely highly recommend the VRSF downpipes. The car is running so good. Thanks to the PS4s, which I'm making a bet with myself. I don't think there's going to be a single video I'm going to be able to make that is not going to mention the PS4s. They just affect the driving experience that much. But thanks to the PS4s, I'm still launching in first gear, so I'm able to get off the line super quick. The turbos are spooling up a lot quicker. I have an unofficial 0 to 60 time of 4.5 seconds, which for rear-wheel drive, sedan is that's pretty decent in my book. So I'm going to go ahead and perhaps do a 0 to 60 with you guys, for you guys, so you can kind of see how the car is doing. You can hear the sounds as well. I'm hoping the camera picks up the sounds, because the spool sound is awesome. I mean, it's really intoxicating. So definitely want to do some kind of some roll-on performance for you guys. Want to do some launches for you guys, and go from there. But overall, I am thoroughly impressed with these downpipes. The throttle response, the turbo response is so much better. I mean, what else? I mean, there's really nothing else I wanted other than maybe a little more exhaust sound. But the last note I wanted to make about these two is I was expecting, since the primary cats were being deleted, I was expecting to have this, that smell on me. Almost every single car I've had, I've deleted the cats, but also every single car I've had, they have that smell. So I'm assuming the secondary cats are helping out with that, and also the direct injection. You have such a more precise atomization of fuel with the direct injection system, so you don't have a lot of excess fuel being put into the combustion chambers from the injectors. That paired with the fact that also that these downpipes have been paired with the proper tune, so there's no check engine light or anything like that. Also, I'm assuming the tune leans out the idle mixture, since there are no cats to take care of the additional fuel. So want to do some 0 to 60 runs for you guys. Sport mode on the transmission and the sport mode button, whatever that means. And we're going to go ahead and just floor it. So just very minimal wheel spin, as you can see, and there's 60. So very short 0 to 60 time. There's 90, there's 95, there's 100 miles an hour, 105. So let's see, it's just, we can do a sport mode like a roll on, okay? So let's see, go down to like 40, and then just see what you got, just punch it. So wheel spin at 40. I don't know if you saw that, but that was insane. Okay, so there's another 95, and then there's another 100 miles an hour, 105 and 110, 115 miles an hour. All right, guys, so I wanted to go ahead and I wanted to show you guys some of these pictures from the install. I did not do the install personally, my buddy did. I paid him to do it, which was really nice. He did a really good job and was really fair on the price. But I mean, I wanted to show you the stock downpipes here. As you can see, these are obviously the cats here. The O2 sensors, obviously once they're out of the car, super easy to get to, but take a look at this here. So this right here, this is I believe for the Bank 2 turbocharger. I mean, this is super flat. The picture doesn't do a whole lot of justice as far as you know, to show you the kind of depth, but this right here is an awful bottleneck here. So and we'll see in a second kind of how that, you know, affects things. Obviously the huge cats right in the middle of them is not helping the case either. So here's kind of up in the turbos where you can kind of see the inside the turbo, etc. The oil pan is right here. You kind of see I'm not having any leaks or anything. Car's in really good shape. There's no oil down here or anything like that. These are the wastegates right here. So those, if you're not familiar with how the turbocharger works, this is what the computer controls via vacuum to help decide, you know, how fast the turbo is going to spin, which in turn affects boost. We got our oil drain here, going back to the oil pan. And yeah, everything was looking really good and clean under here. I was really glad to see that, and that was good to see. Next is here is the turbocharger. You can kind of see a little bit. Let me see something here. We're going to get to the downpipes. I know that's the main topic of the video, but as you can see here, we got a little bit of buildup all around here, but that's going to be taken care of. I think my valve cover gasket is seeping ever so slightly, and you can see here as well on the turbo inlet. And this is another really high level of restriction, is these inlets. So we'll try to get those done here soon as well, because the inlets are definitely stopping some stuff up. So next we have another picture of the turbos. Nothing really new going on here. So when they talk about the wastegate rattles, just so you guys know, with the N54s, they're talking about this arm right here. You can tighten, these are adjustable, as you can see right here. They have an adjustment. So when you got wastegate rattle, this sometimes you're able to adjust them, sometimes you're not able to do so. These are also coolant that runs through the turbos, which is these lines here, and then the outlet of the turbo, which is here, and here and here, and then they Y together. So moving right along, we'll skip this one. You kind of see that little bit of build up here, and I think that's coming from the top valve cover inside the turbos. Another inside the turbos, look fine. This is the impeller, you can see perfectly fine, the wastegate. And here's the new downpipes, right? So the only thing is, for me on these that I wish weren't the case, is if I wish they were true 3 inches. You can see right here they neck down a little bit, but
In comparison to the factory downpipes, I mean, there isn't one. I mean, look how much freer. I mean, the bends are so much smoother, the diameter is larger, there's no huge catalytic converter in the middle to stop things up. I did use my factory O2 sensors. They've been working fine, they've been working great. I was going to go ahead and change them as a precaution, but man, the dealer wants like $300 a piece, and it's just not going down like that. So here you can see again as well on these, and so this is actually the better flowing OEM downpipe, and you can see even like just, I mean, compare the bends here, right? So compare this really jagged, you know, bend right here. Like just compare the path here. Look how many times the line moves and how abruptly it moves versus just this smooth path of air you have here. Just so much better designed for power, and it's really easy to see why you get the benefits that you get with these downpipes. And like I said, this is the better flowing one. Now look at this one. This one is awful. I'm actually going to rotate the image so you can see it better. I think it looks best like this, so you can see more of the stuff on it. But I mean, so yeah, so right here you still have the little bit of a neck down here, but it is nowhere near the level of this one right here. So the bend once again is smoother and all the way out. And look at this too, also as well. So you bend around again, and then it bends again to bend back out. Sorry, I messed up there. But then it bends again to get back out. So this is just a much better flowing pipe. No restrictive cats. And the benefits that you're getting are so much better from these, and you can really see with your eyes just why the turbos would be so much happier with these downpipes on them as opposed to the factory ones. Here's a look of both of them together. They look great. They got great looking welds. I mean, I was super impressed with the quality of the welds from VRSF. Here are the band clamps for the turbos up here. This is what holds them down, and then the seal right here. It comes with new gaskets, and it also comes with new hardware as well, which is not pictured. So this is the stock airbox, but that's where we're going to kind of end our video today. I wanted to show you guys what was going on with that stuff with the downpipes. So guys, thanks so much for your support. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll definitely be back.